So, good evening, everybody. So, we are discussing something quite important today, and we are talking about um you know after airdrop, what's next? Okay, after airdrop, what's next? So, after airdrop, what next? So, we'll be talking about like the do's and the don'ts. All right, the do's and the don'ts to do when you participate in an airdrop. So, talking about airdrop here. You know, airdrop is one major trend or major thing talked about. It's one of the most talked about things in the crypto space. And probably those who might be new and I was like, okay, which one is airdrop again? All right. So I'll be laying some foundation, all right, before we get into the what next. So all right. So we all how many of you benefited from Hamster? Uh, none of you.
No, it's when they list, we'll know whether we benefit or not.
Oh, okay. Oh, it has not been listed.
No, on the 26th
When
it's
are
going
they
to be
listed?
listed. On the 26th.
26. That's like
Yeah, that should be on Thursday.
that should be like 3 days time or so.
Yeah.
Okay, compare it. Oh, okay. So when the list people know that benefited because I was saying like 23 hamster token in my own address in my own bot.
23.
Danny, how many? Yes, so it'd be like I was checking. Danny, how many did you get?
They gave me like 1,071.
If you're on the call, drop your hamster this thing. 1,071. You self no get choose. You do this thing well. Please drop. You is 1.8. Lower 1.8. Wait, let me see the highest score in the community. So that I'll see. So when they list, I know the people have visit their DM.
Yes, boss. Good evening. Number of what?
Then now what do you get? Now what? Now what do you get? Hamster token. Ben, what's up? We are talking about hamster. They allocated. So, Abi, did you participate in that one? Did you participate in hamster?
Yes, sir. Yes, boss. Is it the total answer?
Okay, what's your own balance? Them now 40. I say me now this thing now.
Boss, is it the total answer? That is it the total hamster?
Can you hear me, yeah?
Boss.
Yes, your total hamster.
Okay.
If you're joining, yeah. Yes. Sorry, my network is quite bad. So if you are joining your own hamster allocation, drop it in the community. Let's know.
Can you me by
Those who are
answer?
joining. Please, if you're in a noisy place, please mute yourself, all right? If you're in a noisy place, please mute yourself. So, okay, guys. So I was just talking about our topic today. All right, for those joining, our topic is after airdrop, what's next? So we're talking about training airdrop, and I think answer is like the one that is we all hopefully think is about to cook. Okay, Ben, you're only 71. Wow. So I think the highest so far here is Lawal. That is 1.8. Lawal, when hamster launch, I will come your DM. So we are like I said, we are talking about after airdrop, what next? So I'll be laying some foundation around airdrop. What are airdrops? Airdrops are simply token rewards you get. All right. They are simply token rewards you get for performing activities. All right, or meeting some requirements. Um, you know, before the whole trend of tapping, from what is this guy again? Notcoin. Before the whole from the era of Notcoin, all right, the whole tapping thing was started. I think it was from Notcoin the whole thing started. By the whole tapping and clicking and claiming. So before then, the normal way airdrop was being airdropped is by performing activity. I think one of the renowned airdrop then was from Arbitrum. All right. So they rewarded people who interacted on their blockchain. Another one that was quite renowned recently was the one by When. It was Jupiter that airdropped the When meme token. So Jupiter is a major decentralized exchange on Solana blockchain. All right, they airdropped When token. I remember that I benefited from the airdrop. I'm still holding the airdrop token. I never sold. So I think then it was around $100 and something. So then they just people who have interacted with the Jupiter exchange. All right. So then I think I said I was trading a Solana token. So I was using the this bunk bot. I've taught us about bunk bots now. That was when we were talking about trading and making 10 to 1,000 or 10x and the whole thing, making up to $1,000 from investment. So I I said a lot of things about trading. So because I use bunk bot to trade, and I think I use this other bot, Flux bot. So I benefited. So I'm just trying to tell you that there are different criteria that you can benefit from an airdrop, right? Even before we got into the trend of, the gaming, the tapping, the whole posting and everything, and the whole claiming, all right? The way airdrop normally works was you get airdrop probably from holding a token, all right, or from performing an activity. Maybe you have interacting with a particular platform, and when that platform gets tokenized, you benefit from it. All right. So this is some of the ways this thing they happen. Okay. I think another Trust Wallet was another people that did the airdrop one time to their users and everything. So you get. So this is how actually airdrop works. Okay. So like I said, there are different kinds of airdrops. All right. There are the one that you do from holding a token. There are some type of airdrop that happen through a hard fork. All right, airdrop token that happens through a hard fork, like Bitcoin now. Bitcoin, if you've heard of Bitcoin Cash is a hard fork of Bitcoin blockchain. All right, so which bettered other token. So things like that, they reward holders of that particular blockchain. All right, so there are different projects have different methodology. So, but in recent time, the whole airdrop thing has been a vibe, and it has been a trend. Different projects, rewarding people for tapping, clicking, and everything, performing different activities. All right. So, yeah, this is just what airdrop is. Airdrop is basically free money. Free money people get from performing activities. All right. So it's not like it's totally free in a sense, because there is something you have to do to get it. All right. So it's just that maybe the work you might be doing, it might not really commensurate to what you have to earn. So it can be from tapping, from clicking, but you have to put in your time. And before the time of this airdrop, one thing that was popular then was faucets. All right. Some of these click to earn, watch to earn, they were quite a thing then. When I was in a space on Friday, and I was discussing how I entered the crypto space, all right, and I was telling them somewhere in 2016, 2007, sorry, 2016, 2017, when I first heard about Bitcoin, all right, then I was trying to make some Bitcoin. So then I will watch some of this like some in 2017. Yeah, we'll watch some of these. There are some of these platforms you download some game, you play games, and they reward you some satoshi. The unit value of Bitcoin is satoshi. It is 10 million satoshi makes one Bitcoin. All right. So the unit of Bitcoin is satoshi. Then the unit of Ethereum is what? Who can tell me the unit of Ethereum? Anybody that can tell me the unit of Ethereum? I'll sub you right now. 1,000 naira. 1,000 naira recharge card. Who is going to have it? Who's 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 the first? Shoot. What's the unit value of Ethereum? Yeah. No, not it. What's the unit value of Ethereum? Type. My network is not so good. No, it's not Ether. Who is speaking? Please type. What's the unit value of Ethereum? The way Bitcoin, the unit value is Satoshi.
Ethereum network.
Way is correct. Way is correct, but way is correct and way is correct, but way is actually used as a standard value. All right, way is used as a standard value. So even if you heard about solidity, way is used as a standard value. So way is actually more correct. Yeah, way is a lower value though, but way is used as the standard value to measure a unit value of Ethereum. So way is correct. So Chemere, I owe you that is what I'm saying. So if you keep going like that, you have M way and way, and but if you check, way is actually the standard. All right. So we are already digressing, but it's just something I think we should add to our knowledge. So Chemere, after the class, you drop your phone number for me. So who can tell me that of BNB? That is Binance token. Who will tell me that of Binance token? Let's see another person that will win another 1,000 naira recharge card. Correct. Danny Jagger. Correct. So Danny, you DM your number. So you so Chemere, you and Chemere, send your phone number to Danny. So Danny will push the two numbers to me, both his own and your own. All right. So that was just on the side to talk about the unit of blockchain. So then how did we get here? So yeah, I was talking about how airdrops worked. Not really airdrop, then how people earned token, all right, from performing tasks. So it was called a faucet. So they were having different tasks. It could be to click link, it could be to solve. There was this one that was to solve captcha. I think the one this still doing now is like Brave browser. When you are using their browsing platform, like Brave browser is like Chrome. All right. When you are using the browser to perform activity, you earn. All right. You earn the BAT token. All right. And the BA token, that is BAT token or BAT for whatever. So you earn the BA token. So how did it get here? So I was saying that there are different ways, or there are different methods of getting this whole airdrop thing. So now, like I said, airdrop has been a trend, right? It has been a trend and it has been going on for, let's say, since the whole Notcoin thing blew. There are different mining and claiming and tapping and all sorts of things. Then also ice. All right. So then now to our topic once again. All right. After airdrop, what next? So like I said earlier, we'll be looking at the do's and don'ts, and we'll start from the do's. Okay. So when you participate in an airdrop or an airdrop, like now, some of us who benefited from Notcoin, some of us who benefited from dogs. So what are the things you do to stay profitable? All right. What are those things you do so that you don't lose your money? Okay. Because we see people who participate in these things, and at the end of the day, they lose their money. All right. People participate in airdrop, and because of some carelessness and a lot of things, they lose those funds they have made. All right. So, first thing I have here is hold for appreciation. All right. Like when they airdrop, you can hold for appreciation. But I want to alter that thing a little bit. I advise all of you, some of my inner people, like when I thought, I was like, when you participate an airdrop, all right. Hope you guys can hear me. Please, if you can hear me, drop an emoji in the community because I'm about to start saying things that are very important. If you can hear me, drop a message in the community. Danny, can you hear me? Can you unmute your mic and speak if you can hear me? Because my network is really on it tonight. So, okay.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, guys. Okay. All right. So, I said, first thing I said I have here is hold for appreciation. So, when airdrops TP, but before you hold for appreciation, there's something I tell people who are close to me or people when a project does an airdrop and they list, there is every guarantee that that project will dump. All right. There is every guarantee that that project will dump. After that first few seconds or probably 1 minute of listing that it will go up, people try to buy. Please, that time the list and it's going up like after 1 minute or 30 seconds, like the thing is going up, please sell. In fact, once a project lists and you're able to sell. Are you with me? Once a project lists or you participate in an airdrop and they list and you are able to sell, once you can click on the sell and it's to sell everything. Because checking track record here, every project, all right, every project that has been gotten through airdrop, all right, this thing also goes for project like when it's like this, because the truth is that people who get this money, airdrop is like free money, all right. So that thing of people want to sell, maybe they collect their money first. You're not the only person thinking like that. So it's just like when everybody wants to sell, so a lot of people will sell and it will affect the price, obviously. So sell. But the wise thing to do now is when you sell, you monitor the market for like a day or 2 or 3 days. The price will settle. When the price will settle, then you can now, because not everybody might claim that day. So for like 24 hours, 48 hours, people are still dumping. All right. So, but after like about 5 days or probably a week, the market is looking quite settled. All right. That project has settled. You can buy back. All right. Now you are buying back. You are buying it back at a cheaper rate. So let's say that they airdropped you 100 pieces of a token, and that 100 pieces is $100. All right. They airdropped you 100 pieces of a token, and that 100 pieces is $100. Okay. Then you now said at that $100, all right, it was 100 pieces of a token, and it was $1 per token, all right. So that is $100. So you sold at $1, like when it got listed. So you have $100 in your wallet, all right. So that project now dumps, all right. People now sell. Then it now comes to $0.5 or 0.3 or 0.7, all right, as the case may be. Or let's just say it dropped half the price of the token price, that is $0.5. So with that $100 now, all right, if you are now buying back because it has dropped around $0.5, how many tokens will you get now? Let's do the maths. How many tokens will you get? Let's follow up.
You're
If you're
getting
not in
like
a place, do you
200.
understand the question I asked?
Yeah, you're getting like
You get
200 more tokens.
200.
Yeah.
So if you, I don't know, please, if you are following with this thing I'm saying, drop an emoji in the group, all right? Or drop not 200 more, but 200 actually, or 100 more, because he already sold. See the thing I'm saying here. I hope we are all following, all right? So see the thing I'm saying here. Let me explain it again. When a project get listed and you sell, maybe you sold, the project was at, the price of that token was at $1 and it was 100 pieces you have. So when you sold, it was like $100 you have. Then the price now drops to $0.5, which is half the price. So when you are buying back at that half the price, that means, and you are buying back with that $100, you are getting 200 pieces of the token. All right, you are getting 200 of the token. So you see, you are now have more of the token. So if the token start pumping from there, you are making more profit than someone who didn't sell at all. So let's assume that, you didn't sell at all, and the project finished dropping and started going again. You see that you just have only that $100, or you just only have only that 100 token. But someone who has the 200 is making more profits than you. So this is a way to be profitable. So holding now to appreciate is not just when it lists, you don't sell. Please, once a token lists, all right, sell immediately. Sell immediately. Then monitor the market. All right, monitor the market after 3-4 days. Then you buy back. Could be like about 1 week, you buy back. And when you buy back, you're buying at a cheaper price. All right, you're buying at like a way cheaper price. Is that okay? So this is like the first thing to do. Okay, so that is one now. What is one way to be profitable? Okay, so but if you want to hold, just hold. But I'm telling you now, if I were the one, or if I was the one, rather, this is what I was going to do. All right, if I was the one, this is what I was going to do. Okay, so the second thing you can do to be profitable when you participate in an airdrop or you get rewarded from an airdrop, you can stake that token. All right, you can stake that token. So now, when it is one way now, so when you get airdropped, so probably you don't want to sell, all right, because you're afraid of maybe you might sell and it will go up, and it can happen. It happens. Or maybe when it sells, you don't know when to buy back, or you don't just want to sell, all right, because maybe you don't need the money, or you don't care whether you want to make double of it, or you're a big boy. Some people that are bigger than me, all right, that doesn't bother about making. So another way you can be profitable is by staking it, all right. If it's a token that can be staked, all right, you can stake it. So from staking, you can earn more of that token. Okay, so instead of just leaving the token to lie around in your wallet, okay, instead of leaving the token to lie around in your wallet, you stake it. All right, you stake it. So instead of leaving the token to lie around your wallet, you stake it so that you can earn more. Okay, so another major thing that people use airdrop token to is participating in uh participating in governance. So participating in governance is just basically where you can have a say on that project because of the amount of uh the token you're holding, like voting and the rest of them. So it gives you influence around that ecosystem depending on the size of your reward. So what I'm just saying that different things you can do to be profitable within the ecosystem or when you earn an airdrop reward. Then another thing is using your token as a liquidity provider. All right, using a liquidity pool. All right, so when you earn tokens like that, all right, you can also earn from using your what do you call it? Using your reward as a liquidity provider. Okay, so it's called a liquidity staking. All right, providing liquidity for the centralized exchanges. All right, it's will make you earn more of that token. So if it's like a token, maybe let's say this token now dropped, and this token was launched on let's say Ton blockchain. So you can go to so that token now. Let's just use Notcoin. So you got Notcoin, all right. So Notcoin is launched on Ton blockchain. So there are some decentralized exchanges. You can actually swap Notcoin to Ton and Ton to Notcoin. So you can deposit your Notcoin as a liquidity provider. You can lock it up and create as a liquidity provider so that it can help people swap. And when this is going on, you can earn too from it. All right. So it's just to create a liquidity between your token and another token and lock it for a period of time. So you can also earn from it. That is just what the liquidity provider means. So another thing that you can benefit from holding this token is sometimes okay, there was something that happened during that of Arbitrum. People who got a job from Arbitrum, all right. That's why I say you probably might not rush to sell. Another benefit that can come from it is when you are holding that token, you can how do I put it? You can earn or get another reference airdrop. I think there was this project that was doing airdrop to people who participated in, what was that airdrop again? People who participated in two other airdrops like that they were giving rewarding them, like Telegram accounts that participated in one airdrop. They were rewarding those users. I can't really remember the project again. All right. So this is it. So you can actually earn more reward from just participating in an airdrop. So these are like some of the benefits of it. All right. Then going into, okay, fine. Before I continue, can you just mention some of the things I said you could do to be profitable? Let me be sure that we are following. So mention how many things did I mention, by the way? How many methods or how many ways did I say you
Good
can?
evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Though I was having a network glitch, but I think I only heard this last part that you said. The last two parts you mentioned staking and providing liquidity to the protocol back. So those are the two points that I heard. I don't know how many has been mentioned during the call. So I'm still, maybe a recap, maybe later after the teachings will be better. Thank you.
Okay, so from the chat, yeah. Okay, some people just message in the chat. I'm seeing staking. I'm seeing use as utility. Okay. Did I mention use as utility? It's not use as utility, or use as liquidity. A liquidity provider. It's liquidity, not utility. Liquidity. So I mentioned selling and buying back at a cheaper rate. Staking, all right. Participating in governance, that's where you can use your token to vote. That is point 3. I mentioned using it as a liquidity provider and earning. Then also earning from other airdrops for participating in that airdrop. So these are like, if I'm not mistaken, these are like the 5 main things I mentioned, all right? So it's good that we are following, all right? It's good that we are following. So these are some mistakes to avoid, all right? Some mistakes to avoid. Well, some mistakes to avoid: selling off immediately. Selling off immediately actually can be risky, even though I mentioned this earlier. And you have to actually be smart about it, because it's just that some of these airdrop has followed a pattern that most people actually sell off immediately. So, but something that I'll tell you: once you sell off, don't get carried away. All right. Even if you want to spend some of the money, you can just sell and buy back, but make sure you actually buy back. All right. Don't always eat up your profits or eat up your reward. It's good you can use, because some down here in Nigeria, most of us are not privileged to have funding and capital to venture into crypto investments. All right. I think when I started, it was just like $20. Okay. And $20, whether I like it or not, it's not much. Okay. Yes, it's something, but it's actually not much. Okay. It's actually not much. So we still like $20 I started with. All right. So that is the thing. So this airdrop is like one method where, and we Africans, Nigerians especially, we participate in this thing very well. I think between Nigerians and Indians, I don't know who do airdrop more. Who participates in between Nigerians and Indians, or Asians generally. We really, really give this energy to this airdrop, all right? So when you sell,
I
don't get
think
carried
it's
away.
draw.
Ensure you buy back. So ensure you buy back and everything. All right. So it can be risky, quite all right. But like I said, it has followed a pattern for some time. So when you sell, you monitor the markets and buy back. That's quite simple, so that you will not be a victim or something, or you won't get carried away and you not benefit at all. All right. Then another thing is not researching a project. All right. So not researching a project. Some projects, before, and another thing I'll tell you, yes, it's good to hold projects, but before you hold a project, make your due diligence about that project. There are some projects that when they do airdrop, please sell it off immediately. All right. That's why you need to do your homework. That's why if there's something I emphasize more in this community, if there's something I talk about so much in this community, I talk about learning how to make research. All right, knowing these things for yourself, because if you are like depending on people, or depending on people's research and information, you'll be a victim. All right. So there's a way the project should be. Once they do an airdrop, please sell it, because if you hold it, it might move down to dust, because that project might not even really have a strong marketing plan to push back the token price. All right. They might not really have a strategy to push back the token price and maintain a standard in the crypto market. So research is very important, because If you say, oh, they will go up. Some, like I said, when you do your due diligence, you can sell and buy back, all right, because that project is a good project. Some you have to sell and move away. That is where research is important. Then another important thing is falling for scams. All right, this is one thing people really don't talk about so much. All right, in airdrop, you can participate in an airdrop now. All right, and they say, okay, fine. Let's just say, oh, this airdrop now. Even though there's this airdrop, like let's just say people that participated in Arbitrum, they be like, then a protest can just come out and say, oh, people that participated in Arbitrum, they should claim this so token. All right. So now you that participated in Arbitrum, your fund is in that wallet and everything. You've not moved it. It's like it hot, and you're like, oh, because this thing can be very tricky. You know, when I was telling you about the advantage, there are projects that actually reward people. You know, like people that have participated in Arbitrum that time. There are some projects that were dropping people who participated, who got the Arbitrum airdrop. All right, there were projects that were rewarding them. But the cool thing to do now is when you participate in this project. In fact, I think I'll still come to that. All right, how to secure your token, your airdrop token, how to secure it, because this is another mistake people make. When they get this thing, they lose it because through falling for scams. All right, so you have to be very careful when you are doing some of these things, when you are participating in some of this airdrop, because when a popular airdrop happens, those things give birth to a lot of scammy activities. They can be like, oh, people who participated in this Arbitrum token that this social project is rewarding 100 or 200 listing of their token to social people, like social wallets that qualify. All you just have to do is connect a wallet and claim. Please, things like that, run from it. I beg you. When you see people like that, even if you want to participate in such thing, all right, move your money first. Move that your airdrop token. But most of the time, wallets that, if they cannot airdrop it automatically into your wallet address, all right, please, they should, or you have to move out your token, because this thing can be risky. Because if you use this wallet and claim your Arbitrum airdrop, assuming now you claim the Arbitrum airdrop with this wallet, a project comes out and say, oh, people who claim the Arbitrum airdrop or people who got the Arbitrum airdrop, that they should come to their platform and claim this one, and enforce that we have to connect wallets. It's not like maybe you should drop your wallet address. If it's to drop your wallet, like you should send your wallet address, that's okay. But if it's that you should have to come and connect wallet, that is linking that your wallet, that probably the money is inside, all right, to it is quite risky. In fact, it's very risky. Don't try it. All right, don't try it. Because when I talk about airdrops come with a lot of scammy activities, a lot of insecurity. That's why me personally, I'm not very loud about it, because it's just so noisy, the uncertainty. You can just get an airdrop and the next thing, just one funny activity, somebody's collecting it from you. Okay, and somebody's wiping your wallet because you want to do airdrop. Okay, the whole thing exposes you to a lot of things. Then another thing I forgot to mention when I was talking about how to stay profitable, all right? Something I forgot to mention is when you get an airdrop, like maybe let's just say, oh, an airdrop came to a decentralized method. It's not the one we do now that, oh, you send it to your Binance or you send it to your OKX, If it's a centralized method, fine. But if it's a decentralized method, please, once they come in, move it to another wallet or move it to another platform. Because that wallet you're using doing those airdrop, if it's like airdrop that came through, participating in attacks and stuff like that, all right, maybe you connected the wallet and it's like maybe your wallet is for airdrop. Please move it out. All right, move it out. Because sometimes when you don't do this thing, that wallet now might have been compromised and you will not know. Okay? That wallet might have been compromised and you don't know. And you'll be there wasting time. You just come and find out that your money is no longer there. So please, once you get rewarded an airdrop, like it comes into your decentralized wallet, most especially, not like centralized exchange like Binance or OKX or Bybit. Please, those ones, please allow it to be. It came through your exchange direct. But all these ones that come through where you still use those wallets to connect to different platforms and everything, please move it out so that they don't wipe your account, all right? Because once your account get compromised or that wallet get compromised, you won't know because you are busy connecting and jumping from one airdrop platform to another. Okay, so please protect it. So this is another way to protect yourself from scammers, all right? So you really have to be careful about this thing, all right? Then another thing is, even when you participate in some of these staking platforms, all right, staking activities, okay, even when you participate in some of these staking activities, don't overdo, okay, don't overcommit. You can do 50% of the token you got. Even when you stake, you mustn't stake everything. You can stake like 50, 60%. Because it's not your daddy that have the project. Anything can happen. So even if that one is staked and it will take time for you to unstake it and everything, maybe it's a time staking or something, you can just quickly unstake or you can just quickly sell or something. All right. So that is some of the major ways we can secure our wallet. So these are some of the do's and the don'ts that we have to follow. And when you follow these things, all right, when you follow these things, you will not hear so much story. So are we together? Please, if you are following the class, drop an emoji. Oh. All right, cool. So these are some methods, some of the things we need to be careful about and everything. So all right, I'll hold on a sec for here. So shoot your questions. So if you have any question concerning anything I said or discussed, so please, it's time to ask your questions and yeah. So it's time to ask your questions. If you have any question concerning any of the things discussed, or you've had an experience or something you'd like to share, or something that happened to you that you can't explain and you want to know how to avoid it, please, it's a time you can type. If you are muted, if you can speak in a quiet place, you can actually unmute and speak. If you're asking a question, let's quickly do that. Because why I actually talked about this topic is we are in a series of a lot of airdrop, and when people are making money is the way people are losing money because they are not careful. All right. So you being a member of this community, it's actually important that you understand these things and how they work, so that you can't fall victim of people who don't belong to a community like this. It's not like when they complain that their accounts got hacked or they lost their money or they made this mistake or that mistake, so that you won't be in that category, all right? So you have a good understanding of what you're doing and you will not fall victim of some of these things. So just to do a quick recap here while we wait for people's questions. So if you have a question, please quickly drop it in the comment. So probably those who joined late, we are talking about after airdrop, what next? So with the whole airdrop thing going on, in my years of experience, I found that people have actually made some mistakes. They've made money from airdrop and they've lost it because they are not properly schooled. And another thing I actually didn't mention is again, pay attention to education. All right, pay attention to education like we are doing. All right, some people think yeah, airdrop is good though, but airdrop is not work. All right, you can make money from airdrop and use it in a took level. I think people make money from airdrop. Then the next thing they are going is into digital trading. You are going to go and throw it around. You want to go no. All right. So you cannot be new into crypto. You don't know anything. Then the next thing is you are just trying out the money. You are test running with the money your sweat. After the whole whining and everything and it cooks, the project cooks. You are toiling around with your money. All right. You have to be very, very careful with these things. That's why crypto education is important. People really need to understand how these things work, understand how projects work, so that when they make money from this airdrop, they can really know, okay, this is the best move, or this is what I should do. Like I said, there are some case scenarios where some projects you sell it and come back and go, and you're looking for the next thing to do. Okay, even if you want to reinvest it, you are investing it into another project, not that one. Because if you made your findings and be like, oh, this project, the way they are going, they don't really get a strong use case. All right. So these are the things we need to understand. So, does anybody have any question? Does anybody have any question? Okay. So, in the absence of that, I think we'll just call it a wrap. All right. So let me just stop the recording.